Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Shazana Hanis binti Abdul Malik and my metric number is 203568. Today we will present about renewable energy. So, since energy is necessary for our life, renewable energy is seen as promising alternative to ensure a continuous supply of energy. Renewable energy is energy generated from unlimited natural resource with no time limit and is constantly replenished on a human timescale. Means that it is a kind of energy that will not run out. Next, we will see the importance of renewable energy from environmental and economic view. Since renewable energy came from natural resource, it is good for the environment as it only emits no or just low level of greenhouse gas and air pollutant. Obviously, they will contribute to a cleaner environment and improve air quality. For example, in biomass energy, the amount of carbon dioxide released to the atmosphere will be less as it simply returning the carbon that the plants suck up in their lifetime. This concludes that biomass can be carbon neutral energy. Natural habitat can also be protected since renewable energy production place must be carefully chosen considering the potential impact on the animals who live there and must have approval from the government. For the economic view, renewable energy ensure a secure energy system, price stability, and economic development. Firstly, renewable energy provide reliable power supplies for generations, since it will not run out and can be recovered faster. Secondly, renewable energy often produced locally, so it is less influenced by international conflict, price spikes, or supply chain interruption. In other words, it can be readily accessible, so the energy price can be kept at affordable level. Lastly, most renewable energy expenditures are made in material and craftsmanship to develop and maintain the facilities. So more job will be offered to people and the technology of renewable energy produced can also be sold internationally, helping to reduce the country trade imbalance. Next, I will pass to Iza.
So I will continue the presentation. Before that, my name is Nurul Izzah binti Burhanuddin. My metric number is 202257. Okay, so I will continue to present about types of renewable energy. First is solar energy. Next slide. First is solar energy that generate by collecting sunlight radiant energy and convert to heat, electricity, and hot water. And then second is wind energy that obtained by utilize the wind power to change wind turbines to produce electricity. And third is hydro energy, which generated from water sources that potential energy is converted into kinetic energy. And then fourth is geothermal energy, which is the heat that emerges from the Earth's subsurface. And lastly is biomass energy, which provided by organism or organic materials and can be used to generate heat or electricity. Next slide. Okay, so we continue about the advantages and disadvantages. So for advantages of solar energy, it can reduce electricity bills and low maintenance costs. But the disadvantages are it is weather dependent and use a lot of space. For wind energy, advantages is it is clean source of energy and it is space efficient. But the disadvantages is it is intermittent since it depends on weather and it produces noise and visual pollution. For hydro energy, advantages are no carbon dioxide emission and it is reliable since the water flow is predictable. But the disadvantages is it is expensive to build and reservoir are limited. Next slide. Okay, for geothermal energy, the advantages is it is environmental friendly and it has huge potential and reliable. But the disadvantages are it is high cost and risk of earthquake due to the alteration of earth structure caused by digging. And then for biomass energy, advantages are it is carbon neutral and it can reduce your over reliance of fossil fuel, but it does not as efficient as fossil fuel. And the biomass plant require lots of space. Next, I will pass the presentation to the next presenter.
Hi, my name is Nurul Suleka binti Roslan and my metric number is 202916. So I will continue the presentation about the recent development related to battery and electronics. So firstly is battery storage paywave is a system that provides electricity storage energy that can be used in power sector, which is from e-mobility to utility scales. Utility scale is, for example, can be enable a greater feed-in of renewables energy into grid by storing and excess generation by firming renewable energy output. So it will help to provide reliable and cheaper electricity for communities. At present, utility scale battery storage systems are mostly being deployed in Australia, Germany, Japan, United Kingdom, United States, and other European countries. Second is lithium-ion batteries. Lithium-ion batteries is a type of rechargeable battery that commonly used for portable electronics and electric vehicles and are growing in popularity for military and aerospace application. Like lithium-ion battery is also a long-lasting, quick charging battery that are essential to the expansion of electric vehicles. Researchers nowadays have designed a stable lithium metal solid state that can be charged and discharged for at least 10,000 times at high current density. This technology also mostly suitable for small scale storage such as mobile phases and automobile. Lastly is organic redox flow battery, which is an electrochemical energy storage device that has excellent potential for large-scale system. In this battery type, the active species are dissolved in the electrolytes, and this electrolyte will circulate through the cell using external tanks. For example, the most popular types of the flow battery is vanadium redox battery, in which they use vanadium, and vanadium ion will dissolve in sulfuric acid. But some of them are used graphene as a basic component, such as the development of supercapacitor. This technology shows capacity continuing for more than 10,000 times charging cycles greater than lithium ion batteries. By using this redox active organic, it can help in reducing toxicity and cost of development. So that's all for me. I will pass to the next presenter.
Okay, thank you Zulaika. Assalamualaikum and a very good evening. My name is Siti Maizati binti Abdul Halim. My matric number is 202443. So I will present about the problem that may occur in area of fuel and energy. First is global warming. The burning of fossil fuels can release carbon dioxide and nitrogen oxide, which in turn trap heat in the air, making fossil fuels the leading causes of global warming and climate change. Emissions of nitrogen oxides into the air contribute to smoke and acid rain formation. Acid rains are caused by the release of sulfur dioxide and oxides of nitrogen when fossil fuels burn. Next slide. Next is burning of fossil fuels can cause pollution, which is land water pollution and air pollution. For land and water pollution, pollutants released by coal-fired power stations contaminate nearby soils. Oil transportation increases the probability of spills that will leave oceans and streams unusable for years. For example, surface coal mining and processing disrupts a bigger amount of land than underground coal mining. The movement of acidic water through pipe also causes the leaching of lead and copper into drinking water. For air pollution occurs because of fossil fuels release more carbon dioxide when burned. The primary sources of toxicity of carbon monoxide and nitrogen oxides are from fossil fuels, power plants, trucks and boats, causing smoke and respiratory illness on hot days. Next, I will pass to the next presenter.
Thank you, Mariam. Next, I will present about the solution that can be made to improve the quality of life due to the problems stated previously. Before that, my name is Siti Najah Piti Zamuri and my metric number is 203890. As Mariam stated earlier, the fossil fuel can cause the global warming problems due to the emission of the greenhouse gases. So, in order to reduce the effect of the fossil fuels, the renewable substance should be introduced in order to replace the uses of fossil fuels in our daily life. The example of renewable substance that can be used to replace the fossil fuel is biomass and also pyrolysis oil. The biomass is a renewable substance that made from organic plant and animal materials. So the biomass will convert into the liquid biofuels or biogas for consumer users. For pyrolysis oil, it can replace the fossil fuel. If we replace the fossil fuel with the pyrolysis oil, the amount of carbon emission into the atmosphere will be 95% lower than fossil fuel. The second solution in order to solve the pollution problems that comes from the area of fuel and energy is by introducing the clean technology. The example of clean technology that can be used to reduce the pollution in the environment are natural gas boiler and also energy conversion technology, a solar energy conversion technology. For natural gas boiler, it is a boiler that consumes a natural gas. Even though natural gas is a fossil fuel, but it is known as environmental friendly in terms of emission because there will no toxic gas will be emitted if we use this natural gas boiler. For solar conversion technology, the purpose of this technology is to reduce the dependence of the energy that comes from the hydrocarbon and fossil fuel. And also it will promote the greener solution and it will reduce the pollution. Next. As a conclusion, ongoing concern about the problems come from the non-renewable energy. It caused the renewable energy nowadays to be an important component in our daily life in order to keep the environment safe and clean from the pollution. I think that's all from us. Thank you.